Today we're going to be talking about the weakness and the strength of Bitcoin. As we've been noting in our last several tutorials, we've been discussing how Bitcoin is going to be moving back down and resting on these angles. And of course we've done that on our 1x2 angles right now. And right now it looks a lot like we're challenging this 1x2 angle, and looks like we're ready for another bit of a fake out and a pull back down. And just because I have this angle on here from this main low here back in October, and it cuts through this January 23rd, doesn't necessarily mean that the asset will come back to here. However, a lot of these angles are converging and crossing this support angle, I guess you could call this one. And we can see that the energy is still staying between this 1x2 angle coming down and this 1x1 angle. We also have this 1x2 angle that is coming down from our current all-time high, and it crosses here around the July 2nd and 1st period. So I'm expecting that by then a low will be in place, and we could be getting ready for another test or a retest of these older tops here. If we were to fail around these areas here, that would show a lot of weakness, and we'd be coming right back right down. And if we didn't sit back down on this area here and gain some strength and break this angle, yeah, we've been talking about this, it'd be back to 38. And we could likely see something like that occur over a period of months. However, my prognosis is that the revaluing of gold and the assets in the world will take place here, and this is going to be between now and the end of the year. September, we have a bunch of currencies and decisions made by the yuan finance, or the Chinese, about what they're about to do with their Bitcoin. And now, looking at that really quickly, we talked really quickly about the gold, right? So silver should be $167 an ounce right now, or around 1,500, depending on the 5-year note, and the 10-year note should be at 1,100 an ounce. So we were talking about gold to paper. So gold in the 5-year note should be about 12,000, and a 10-year note around 9,000. And right now it's stating that the gold ratio should be around 1,200, and we're right now, at 2,300, or double. What's more important and scary is the gross domestic product of G7 nations altogether, that their value of gold is pegged at 72,000, which is right around where Bitcoin is right now. But the big story is the BRICS. Right? Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South America, and their GDP to gold is 136,000 an ounce. And I'm expecting that we will be seeing $100,000 Bitcoin and $100,000 ounce of gold, just based on, the debt levels and the things that are going on in the world. And the fact that we're not trading oil anymore in US dollars, it's 268 solar watts. So very interesting about how everything is being reorganized. So just take that into account. Quickly, I want to go over to the yuan finance. This is not populating right now pretty quickly, but there we go. So this will be the weekly chart of the yuan finance. And before we take a look at the indicators, let's just quickly take a real good look at this Bitcoin. This is the Chinese equivalent of our American Bitcoin, and their Bitcoin had a tumultuous move, and even more so than what we experienced in a shorter period of time. And I'm trying to like make this smaller so we can find it, but here it is, guys. I mean, it came out that one day way back here in October, right, at 14 bucks, and in one day it rose to 18,000 in 1 week. Sorry. So it's a very powerful thing. Here again, we made our top in this Bitcoin, the May 10th of 2021 at 90, just around the 94,000, just under 95, for one of their Bitcoins at the year in finance. And it's been in a big sideways downward move. And you can see here, I mean, it's pretty obvious that it's been wishing to stay in and around this quadrant here. There's a lot of price activity. And of course, we came down and bottomed here, and there was nothing back here to hold us. So that was, so this holding us right here, that's a really significant, that's a very significant place. And that's at 4,000. So is it likely impossible we could see another 4,000? Yes, absolutely. The Chinese are trying to dominate the financial markets, and it looks like they're doing a pretty good job right now. They've got all the nations together, and they've dropped oil, and they've also bolstered up their dollar by adding gold. So that's coming out soon. That's a really frightening scenario. We're never have seen the type of swings that we're going to see here in the coming months. We haven't seen these type of swings before, and this is a resetting of a financial system. So I expect it to be extremely volatile. So looking at this, what could we see for the next few months? Well, you know, we need to make this bottom here, and once we've finished with this bottom, then things are going to start to move up. And then our first move up is obviously this 10,000 area on this year in finance, and then after getting above our 15,000 top, everything is wide open as we start to attack these higher tops from before. And looking at these tops here, they resonate well with our Bitcoin, with our resistance levels. So just take into account that. Anyways, I thought I would just show you the year in finance. We would talk about that quickly, and that's what it looks like is on the horizon here. I'm just trying to keep these as short as possible, and as you can see, we're about to make another move down if we don't get some strength here and get above this stuff. And a failure to cross this area will be a resumption of this reaction. Okay, guys, peace and love to y'all.